they? No, they haven't. No, there's no changes at all. So they're sticking with the same composition.
Yeah,
And let's see how it goes.
I had a chance to look at some of the girls' gaming pages online last night. I just took a look at their match histories to see what agents that they've usually been playing. And I think because Valorant has only been out open beta for about 6 weeks so far, I think most people haven't had time to really main more than 1 or 2 agents. With that, was straight into the thick of things right now. Already one member from the side of BAE.Sphynx has gone down, but Inari does pick up the very nice return kill. It's going to make it 3 and 3 for right now. A lot of action straight through Hookah right here. Side B, absolute bloodbath as it's a 2v1 Phoenix. Can she do anything right now? Miss May, one of the star players on the side of BAE.Sphynx, doesn't have the spike, however. Sage as well. Going to go up as Miss May goes down. And with that, Defenders taking a pretty expected round 1 victory, I want to say.
Yeah, pretty run-of-the-mill kind of pistol round. Just went back and forth, and just so happens that NoName were able to pick it up, but see how it goes. They do have that spike. There is a misconception though. Valorant is on full release. It is not on open beta.
Not on the beta.
So
yeah. They're from the since wait, what was it?
They actually brought the game for full release 1 month earlier. So that was a big surprise to everyone, and everyone was very happy about that because
during quarantine.
Everyone got the release smart from them, moved by Riot, and everyone was very happy when they moved it up for release by like crazy amount of months. I don't think it was 1 month. It was like more than a substantial amount of time. I think like it was by like 1 season, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, at the release, there was some criticism, just in terms of, oh, why isn't competitive out yet? And then in terms of, say, map balance, that sort of thing. But I think it was also because, as you mentioned, the release was pushed up so fast. I mean, personally, like, I would rather get to play the game faster and then have the little patch change tweaks here and there. Gives us more time to really familiarize yourselves with the game, especially if you didn't manage to make it to play it during the beta.
Good attack smokes. They missed the molly onto U-Haul. That's okay though. But now they have to be careful. Muffin will stop the spike plant. Most importantly, will stop the spike plant. So they're gonna deny them that spike money. And they'll pick up the kills as well. So that's gonna put them in a very superior position to where Sphinx are right now. And then Sphinx are gonna go for a 4th buy. So they do have confidence in themselves, and to their credit, let's see how it goes. They do have a competent lineup, but I think on this map, Breach. I don't really like to use Breach on Bind because you don't have as much of a setup route that you can kind of do compared to other maps like Ascent, where you can just wait behind a wall and then execute. But I might be proven wrong later on in the game. And Area is going to be a big contributor with the Leers on this map because it's smaller, but there are a lot more open-sided avenues of attack, which allow you to make use of the Leer because it is line of sight kind of blockage. So Arjun gonna pop one of the smokes on the corner onto U-Haul, which is going to allow Muffin to relocate and get into a better position to set up an ambush. Another smoke is gonna go down. Muffin gonna pop a slow orb at 55 seconds. So they know that the push is going to come very, very soon. And let's have a look at Neri because she's going to be the entry fragger. She has always been the entry fragger for the team. And the ping will go out. So she's going to get exposed. Here comes the Leer to Heaven side. That's going to block one just for now. Jamil will drop Eevee. And now Neri is going to get taken out. But Jamil will pick up a double. Muffin will drop Arjun over at U-Haul. And now all the flames will be extinguished. So Jamil has to decide, is she going to go U-Haul? Is she going to go to Showers? Zograph though with the res onto Showers. Miss May will get dropped at U-Haul. Cannon coming around the corner. Knows that someone is in Showers. and will go for the flashpoint. Has another one. And that is going to just hold shout. For the moment, Zograf will take out cannons. That's going to be the spike down. And just by time, they're going to take the game, take the round. So well played. Used their defensive smokes as well as their AoEs to very good effect in that game, in that round. Sphinx just couldn't push in fast enough, and they were just hesitating trying to get the kills. So utility use wasn't terrible. They just didn't follow up with an aggressive push, and that's gonna give NoName that much more of an advantage. They've basically broken the economy of Sphinx at the moment, and so they're gonna be disabled for the next round or two.
Yep, you saw on your screens right there. I think BAE.Sphynx going for kind of a half buy this time around. You see some members of the team still holding on to their pistols. Actually, 4 pistols. As I say that, their brimstone does go down, and yep, pistols aren't going to win you that straight up firepower fight 4v2 situation. Right now, Zograf dropping the spike over. Entryway towards A. Right now it's just Breach and Sage still alive for the squad of BAE.Sphynx. Zograf playing this very careful is going to round the corner straight into Yoki, so she's going to have to be very careful right now. NoName.Mad Army having a firm hold of both side A and side B. Yep, Zograf trying to get onto site, and it's not going to work. As mentioned, NoName.Mad Army such a stronghold on both sides A and site B. What they did, because they knew they had the agent advantage at that point in time, so they actually split around 2-2-2, watching A and B. They still had the utility from Cypher from the start of the game, so they had one agent ready towards the back of the spawn, just ready to rotate A depending on where BAE.Sphynx pushed in. And the thing we're seeing with this bind map is that it really is very hard for the attackers to push in. We've seen a lot of very slow pushes down to like 40 seconds, 30 seconds, which is about when teams really need to make that move. And instant headshot from Muffin, really nicely played, takes out Phoenix from BAE.Sphynx right at the start. So already Sphinx starting this one down 1 member. Ineri right now going for the hunt. As you mentioned, she is the entry fragger for her team. Is going to move straight into both a Cypher as well as a Breach onto site B. However, doesn't quite. Yep, not a good spot. And the thing is, when we see Ineri from Sphinx go down early at the start, it's kind of the main carry on their team. We were talking about this a bit earlier in game number 1. They are playing that duo duelist of a Phoenix as well as Reirachu. We've seen rounds that start with Ineri and Phoenix go down. It usually doesn't end well for the squad of BAE.Sphynx, because it's just their 3 utility core members left alive. Right now, looks like the rest of the team going to be pushing in onto side A. Spike initiating, so they do get the plant down. His extra 300 credits, get a very nice kill onto Raze, but then it gets return killed herself. And with that, entire team of BAE.Sphynx does get wiped out. NoName.Mad Army actually getting to keep 4 of their members still alive, just using that heal, even though she doesn't need to before the timer expires. But defenders, once again, picking up a very easy round on the defense on Bind. And I'm not sure how BAE.Sphynx really comes back from this one. We saw them go for the pistol buy, like half pistol buy in round number 5. This time they also looks like they're going to be saving again. They don't quite have enough to go for their full buy plus skills just yet. So they're going to eco for another round and hope for the best.
If I was them, I'd just go for a full eco. I wouldn't even buy shields, because that's going to allow them to have enough money for rounds 7 and 8.
Yeah,
and
if they
that's kind of what you want to do. And right there, Muffin just deciding to rotate onto B for this round, and it worked out. So they kind of figured out that that the eco was coming, and they knew that they didn't have confidence for the A push, because it's been failing for them. So that's just really good game sense from NoName at the moment to do that. So the flashpoint and the break are going to come out from Arjun pretty soon on window, and I'm pretty confident that Muffin will be able to get that pick. Now they're going to come through. They're going to try and force and get them out repositioned with that Hellfire. With the orbital strike, and Arjun will drop Jailer, so that's really good. Gets the pistol kill as well with that Sheriff on to the Sage, and she will go down. So defensive smoke onto window. Arjun going to drop one of his own offensive smokes, and now Cannon will take a bit of damage. Comes through the smoke. We'll be able to take out Argent, and Miss May will drop Cannon. Jamil comes around the corner, will frag Miss May, and that will give them the defuse with plenty of time to go. So a good rush right there. It was a semi-successful eco. They did spend on shields, but they did secure the spike and 3 frags. So semi-successful, not the most ideal. I think they definitely could have gotten that round, but they will be in a position to buy this round and potentially a lighter buy on next round. They should be able to, yeah, because they'll be able to have shields and then Vandal and Phantom.
Yeah, I kind of feel like, as you mentioned, if they had gone for the full eco the previous round, they would have actually been able to go for their buy 1 round earlier. But good on them. When you get kills, you also get your ult points as well as 200 credits per kill. Also, you deny them from being able to keep their gun going into the next round. So
let's go, baby. That's 2.
Woo!
That's 2. Now she's going to rotate to short. She knows they're going to come from short, so she's going to go up to U-Haul.
That's absolutely huge, dude. They managed to take out Inari, one of their star players, as well as the Sage on Sphinx.
Bit of hesitation with that flick, but Eevee back onto the B side. Argent. That's 3! That's not going to be 4! As Arjun gets the Muffin, and Cannon will drop Eevee with a headshot. So they do have B control at the moment, but they're going to rotate now. So Arjun is going to think about what she wants to do. She has that Operator going up against a Breach and also going up against someone who has an orbital strike, which is Yucky. Yucky's pretty sharp with that assault rifle, and he's going to take her out. Arjun almost with a no scope, but Yucky is in has very, very big, capable hands and is very confident with her abilities. So going to wrap up that round. I think, you know, that was a bit of a misplay from Muffin. She did really well with the picks on showers. I would have liked to see her maybe just go back to the back of the site or up towards heaven instead of trying to risk it on that corner. But we did see she did get an extra kill, but it cost her her life, and they definitely could have used her earlier. But they picked up the round nonetheless and put the fear of God into Sphinx. So 7-0 right there. Ult is going to come out, and let's see whether they can make use of that Phoenix ult.
Yep, fear of God is right. Just putting the fear in your enemy squad of whether you round a corner, whether you're going to get instantly sniped or not. Right now we're seeing a really hard push through Hookah. I know he's going to be able to get the heal off of that, but nope, not enough time. Just shot in the face by Brimstone rounding the corner, and oof, that hookah push did not end well for them. Sage right now, Zograf is over in U-Haul over on site A. Doesn't have the spike though. Spike being sat on by 3 members.
She's gonna go for
of NoName.Mad army.
She knows she can do it.
She's that type. Yeah, I think what we've been seeing for the last day and a half.
You go, girl. Let's go. 40 seconds, but she needs to get going right now if she wants to do it.
Go, Glen Coco. You go, Glen Coco.
Has full utility. She does have that self-heal, so if she can pick off 1, she'll heal herself up, and then she can wall off and get and zone out. But Muffin says, see you later, girl. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, they had very good control over Site B if you're looking at the minimap right before Zograf entered the site. They actually were watching all 3 entryways earlier on, so they knew exactly Didn't know where Zograf was going to come from, but regardless of which entryway she came through, they would have been able to get the jump onto her first. So very nice hold from the side of NoName.Mad Army once again. As you can see on your screens, we didn't really, I think, talk about this in any of the early rounds, but it's going to be a very standard start for them. What they're doing is they have Cypher on site B, and they're doing a 2-3 split in terms of site A and site B, which is very standard for Bind. Sometimes you do see just most teams leaving that single Cypher onto B. It looks like Sphinx has made a decision, are going to go on to B right now. And Yuri keeps shot in the base. She tries to move to the side. Oh, Cypher ultimate being popped right now, but only 3 members on the side of Sphinx still alive. As I say that, Argent does go down, and with that, easy pickups from the squad of NoName.Mad Army. So they tried to play things a bit differently this time. They did a very aggressive push through to Hookah. Kind of like to see that they are trying to be a bit more decisive. I think the first 8 or so rounds they realized that trying to go for a slow push wasn't really helping them. We saw them try to go for A the first couple of rounds, and then B didn't work out. So now I think they're just trying to 5-man storm an entryway, but didn't work out the best for them, and now they are down 0-9 on Bind.
Miss May is going to try her hand at sniping down on short, so she's definitely gonna go up now against Muffin, but they will lose one early on in the form of EV down on the B push. And Neri though is coming through. Muffin will get the res onto Cannon, but Neri has Cannon spotted, and so they're gonna waste that. That's gonna be a bit of a waste of a res. Lear 1, Lear 2 on window. She's gonna ult now, so the Empress has been activated, and that's gonna be a higher rate of fire and unlimited use of all her abilities apart from Lear. We'll be able to drop Jayla, steals the health, overhealed now. Zograf will follow up onto Muffin, and now comes the rotate in. Yucky gonna get dropped right there. Jamil, she'll come through portal, and they're definitely gonna know that she's there because they'll hear the sound. And let's see what she can do. She has full utility. Boombot comes out to distract. Argent will lose her head, and Jamil knows someone's at CT. So is she gonna go for the ult? She does have 2 boom packs plus a nade and her ult, so she can kill and reposition. She's gonna miss the. Miss May will miss her shot. Now comes the ult. Bit of a waste, repositions though. Zograf has to move to get away from the nades, goes down to about 10 health. I'm thinking Jamil onto an Neri, and this could be a massive round. Boom pack comes through. She doesn't explode, doesn't trigger it, but it doesn't matter because Zograf will be dispatched and was taken out by Jamil. Will she have enough time? 1.11 seconds too late. And that would have been one heck of a round to clutch if she was able to get that defuse. So,
what a play from Jamil. Wow. 1 versus 3. Just really knowing the limits of a Raze as an agent. Maybe there might have been room for shooting the rocket into CT side instead, but very well played. The thing is, BAE.Sphynx knew exactly where Jamil was going to be because she went straight through Hookah. They heard the boombot in Hookah as well. So they were all 3 of them watching that entryway, but still manages to pull off the 1v3. Doesn't get the round, but what a play from Jamil from NoName.Mad Army.
Yeah, definitely something to put up in the highlights and put on her demo. On a demo clip. So Muffin now will be able to take 1 out early on short, so that's good news. And Neri's gonna get taken out, so one of the duelers will drop, and that is gonna be their Lear is gonna be taken away from them for this push. Now decide to go for the counter rotate to go push on B, but there is that breach in the form of none other than Cannon. So Cannons will be able to slow that down. Zograf though, luckily enough, has that res, so will res a Neri, but that's going to give information to NoName because now they're going to know a Neri was res that long, which means that probably there's going to be a B push, but they're not rotating from A just yet. So this could be to the advantage right now of Sphinx as they come around the corner. Here comes the breakpoint. And the flashpoint's going to come out pretty soon onto CT. Misses his spray completely, just going absolutely crazy all over the place. And it doesn't do much. So pops the cyber cage down. Will get healed in the backline by Muffin. Muffin not going to scope. Going to go for the no scope. Misses the no scope. Miss Main will pick up one. Let's see if she can pick up another. And Neri onto Jailer at elbow. Miss May will drop that elbow person. And that's going to be none other than Cannons, who was there from the beginning of the round. And now we have the last one standing is Jamil. She does have all the utility apart from her ult. She'll pop the boombot. That's going to distract, and she'll go for the kill, but Miss May not going to fall for it. Going to be able to realize that the boombot is the distraction, and we'll get that frag. So we're in the last round before the switch. 9-2 on the scoreboard in favor of NoName at the moment. Sphinx, I think...
They're not in a terrible spot. Like, they're gonna want to make this a 9-3 for sure instead of a 10-2 going into the swap. However, not terrible.
They're not terrible, but it's not ideal. Like on Bind, you definitely want a bit more, maybe about 5. I want to say 5 rounds on attack, because it's pretty easy to execute your attacks. It's just about how you hold the site after you get your entry in. Now Miss May gonna go up against Muffin, who does have that operator once again. And you can see the bias right there. So Miss May going up against Argent, who is now gonna come through short as well. Defensive smokes will be popped in reply to these offensive smokes. We're gonna use her ult, Miss May, to just kind of scope out. So they know that there's an operator down on Heaven, so they're not gonna push short, and they'll rotate towards B. Muffin picks up on that as well. So the full rotation of operators will go to B now, and now the question is, can they just hold on? And so far the answer has been Cannon is dropping everyone trying to come through. So 2 go down in window. Argent will pick up Jailer through the wall. Muffin onto Argent, and Yoki will finish them off as they come through the back. And that will be 10-2. So we'll swap over 10-2 in favor of NoName.
Yeah, now they only just need to pick up 3 rounds over on the attacking side to pick up game number 2. If they do pick up this game, they will even things out in the best of 3 to make things a 1-1. We say they only need to pick up 3 rounds, but the last 13 rounds we've seen Sphinx have a really hard time try to pick up more than 2 rounds on the attacking side. It's really up to NoName.Mad Army this time to show that they deserve this game to win with such a huge lead over BAE.Sphynx. Do have the Cypher on offense though, which isn't ideal, but it looks like, it's going to be a really fast return kill, a breach for Sage down B long. With that though, the side of NoName are going to try to go for a mid push instead. Miss May does get taken out by Raze over at the portal entrance, and Neri right there just having a good eye onto Huka entrance. Sage's wall does come out, blocking off U-Haul right there, and the spike does go down. So they do get a very good spike plant down. It is 4v3 in favor of NoName.Mad Army now. It's really just up to NoName to be able to defend the site for long enough. And, headshot straight onto the Sage over in Lamps. Does trip the trap wire, however, and Neri getting a second headshot on that pistol.
They're defusing though.
Oh, there's not enough time.
She had plenty of time. Should have just continued that defuse and she would have got it.
Yeah, she stopped.
She was out of position with that smoke for, I think that's why she lost confidence on going for that full defuse, but definitely should have continued on and rolled the dice.
Yeah, especially because NoName, I think they kind of got a bit distracted after they lost 2 members to Ineri. Kind of their focus went to Ineri instead of keeping an eye on Spike. Kind of want to say how the end of that round went.
We will reveal their secrets. This is a nice spot.
So yeah, the Sphinx forced to go for a eco this round, and I don't think it's going to turn out pretty good because NoName's going to be on a full Spectre buy. But they do pick up one early on, so that's going to be a Neri going down. So no Lear, but they're already in sight. So the rotation call is going to come out, and Zograf is down to very little health, but she'll heal herself up, no issues. Arjun, though, on 25 health, gets taken out by cannons. Goes for the wall boost to get above the smoke. Spike gets planted, though, so now Impetus is on Sphinx to make their way into the site, and will drop one before getting taken out. So Miss May now still has the flame wall. But,
oh, she's so low. She can't heal herself.
Yeah, she's low. She does, and the plan is out to open, so she can't really do much. This is not gonna be an easy task.
Yeah, she tried to go for the fake to try and lure out someone from the attacking side. However, it was a 1v2, so
it's too smart. She like Sphinx basically played it perfectly in that, or NoName rather. NoName basically played it really perfect because they went for the long plan, and they knew that the wall was there, so regardless of whether breach could have come through or not, they would have been all right, and they had plenty of time even if you wanted to go for the fakes. So we'll see how this goes. They're going to go very aggressive, and they're going to want to close this out.
Yep.
I think everyone's pretty close to ult as well, but we'll see what happens. So Ineri moves back. Boombot is going to come through on to Hookah, and that's going to alert them that Ineri is there. Ineri will pick up a double, though, so that's going to stop them right there. And luckily for them, Spike is not dropped because Jayla does have it. Was in a bit of in two minds to whether she should pick up the Guardian or not, but she'll stick with the Spectre. And the combat stim beacon will be put down, but there is Arjun's in the smoke waiting for him, and that is good news. So Sphinx finally able to pick up a round, and that's going to bring it to 12-3, and a decent amount of money going to go their way. They do have their weapons as well from the buy, and that's going to give them a bit of hope.
Yep, so we still are on match point. NoName.Mad Army, after their pickup 2 rounds ago, really just need one more round, no matter how they can get it to close out this game 2. Looks like this round strategy is going to be a site A. You can see Cypher around the back just gathering some more information, setting up his trap wires before he rejoins the rest of the team. It's going to be a rush through here. I'll go over onto side A. Some smokes going down. Only 2 members from this side. Sphinx to try and defend this, and already it's a 3v2 situation. Reina and Sage trying their best to rotate over to side A in time, but NoName is going to be able to get the spike planted down, and right now it's all up to NoName to be able to defend this. If they do win this round, they do take this game. There's the Lear coming in, raised over by this side. So Graf still has a wall available. Is going to use it to boost herself up. Make sure she can get a good vantage point over onto both U-Haul as well as left side portal entrance. And there he picks up one. Wow! As you said, what a retake. 2v3 from the side of BAE.Sphynx, getting that one clutch and making it 12-4. BAE.Sphynx really on the back foot right here. It's very do or die. They drop any single round, they lose this game. But Ineri, what a star in that situation.
Perfect use of the wall for that boost down on short to give a bit of vision and do some distraction, and also very good use of the layers by Ineri. So she hasn't really been shining so far in the game, especially on attack, but now on defense, slowly starting to make a difference and gain a bit of confidence, of course. So now let's have a look. She's going to go on long, but there's not going to be anyone there, and we'll switch over to the A side. So Yoki sees that there are 2 in showers trying to push, does do a decent amount of damage, and she's gonna orbital strike in, and that should pick up 1 in the form of Miss May. It does indeed pick up Miss May, so that will be her dispatch, and that brings it to a 5-on-4 now. 1 minute 20 seconds on the clock. And we do have Muffin holding down on Showers. The offensive smokes are going to come through very, very shortly. So Yoki going to pop a Stim Beacon. Here come the smokes and the Cyber Cage on U-Haul. Molly does come out through, though, by Arjun. Arjun's over on Heaven with an overstrike waiting. Muffin will drop Eevee as they push down from Showers. Now Arjun just thinking about where she wants to put that orbital strike, whether she wants to put it on the plant spot. She does put it on the plant spot, gonna do a bit of damage and delay the plant by a bit. Gets the kill with the operator onto Muffin, so Muffin loses her off. And Aneri will take out Jailer with the operator as well. So one-on-one between Arjun and Yoki there at Heaven, and then Aneri's gonna have to deal with whoever's coming around the back. So now Arjun will drop Yoki, and now they just have to take out cannons, but easier said than done. Aneri is backstabbed by cannons at U-Haul. We'll pop a defensive smoke onto the spike, and it's gonna go for the defuse. And what an amazing use of utility right there. We'll be able to use her ult to stop that defuse and give her time to come around the corner, and to finish her off. And that's going to be 13-4 on the scoreboard in favor of NoName.